less than EP data end equals 62, O data start equals 73 greater than. Hey everyone, let's talk about a major shakeup that's sending ripples through both the political and business communities here in Canada. Sabia, the president and CEO of Hydro-Québec, has just announced his resignation, and this wasn't something many saw coming. After less than 2 years in the role, he's set to leave in July to take on an even more influential position as the clerk of the Privy Council and secretary to the cabinet, essentially becoming the top civil servant in the federal government under Prime Minister Mark Carney. Less than op data end equals 1145 data start equals 622 greater than. Now, this news hit hard in Quebec, especially for Premier François Legault and his administration. Sabia wasn't just any CEO. He was considered Legault's key player in executing Hydro-Québec's massive development plan. We're talking about a near $200 billion investment strategy to double the province's electricity production by 2035. Sabia's fingerprints were all over this, from legislative reforms to major agreements like the preliminary deal with Newfoundland and Labrador on the Churchill River hydroelectric project. Less than P data end equals 1438, data start equals 1147 greater than. What's even more surprising is how abruptly this announcement was made. Some government officials only found out hours before the public did, including Quebec's Minister of Energy, who had just met with Sabia the day before. That kind of last-minute communication definitely raises eyebrows. Less than public data end equals 1856, data start equals 1440 greater than. Sabia's exit also comes on the heels of the controversial passing of Bill 69, which gave Hydro-Québec expanded powers to fast-track its development goals. This was legislation many believed Sabia needed to fully realize his mandate. Yet days later, he's stepping away. Understandably, this has sparked concern and criticism from opposition leaders, who are now questioning the government's direction and transparency. Less than APE data end equals 2232 data start equals 1858 greater than for Sabia. This move marks a return to federal service. Previously a deputy minister of finance in Ottawa, and before that head of the Caisse de dépôt et placement du Québec, he's no stranger to major leadership roles. In his new federal position, he'll be working closely with Mark Carney on national priorities, including large-scale infrastructure and economic projects. Less than P data end equals 2599 data start equals 2234 greater than. From a broader perspective, his departure is bittersweet. On one hand, he leaves behind a clear and ambitious roadmap for Quebec's energy future. On the other, his exit delays its implementation and destabilizes the leadership at Hydro-Québec once again. This being the second major resignation in just a few years, following Sophie Brochu's early departure in 2023. Less than P data end equals 2790 data start equals 2601 greater than. Sabia himself says the decision wasn't easy, but that he believes Hydro-Québec is in good hands. Still, many are left wondering, why now? And who can fill his shoes at such a pivotal moment? Less than P data end equals 2945 data is last node equals data is only node equals data start equals 2792 greater than. So, it's a story that's far from over. All eyes will now be on the search for his successor and how this sudden change impacts Quebec's energy ambitions. Stay subscribed for more videos.